You are listening to the one and only, the hottest podcast show on the planet. It's okay, Law. Over to you, John, Kenny, and Eugene.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of It's Okay La, your friendly neighborhood podcast where we talk about everything that regards to Malaysians, for Malaysians, and maybe some Singaporeans, and maybe Taylor Swift. How are you guys doing, man?
Did you just almost subconsciously quote Spider-Man instead of on the podcast or what?
Did
Taylor
I? Did
Swift?
I quote
What?
Spider Man?
Friendly neighborhood
Oh,
podcast.
your friendly neighborhood, yeah. Huh?
Oh,
See,
okay.
I'm
no,
so
none of us got
ingrained
it. Okay.
grained
Ingrained,
to be the geek of the group, and then I guess it happened naturally, and I don't even notice it. How was
Yeah,
dinner,
man.
man?
Dinner was good. We had halal Chinese food.
Ah,
Okay.
for the
Imagine
Germans.
Could be pretty good.
Well, the Germans wasn't Muslim, but we had guests. We had people that were Muslim, so we had to go somewhere that was actually it was still decent. Like halal wasn't the issue. This is in Bangsa. It's the same group as
it's quite good one nowadays. It's like it's not like last time, but nowadays it's really good.
it's the same group as the that uh GB and Co. This yeah
I see.
GB Chow.
GB Chow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
GB Chow, there's one in SS15 as well.
There is. Oh,
Yeah, there
okay.
is one. Over
Really?
at the first Subang. Same place that we
GB
went for a pork
Co.
noodle the other
GB
day.
and- Oh, first and Co. Okay.
Yeah, man.
GB and first Subang. Okay, I wasn't aware.
Yeah. So in the news, we have what's hot this week is all about, I don't know, my TikTok feed is all about Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
Mhm.
annoying.
Eh,
ah.
Annoying. You being in Singapore,
The only
right?
country in Southeast
It's
Asia.
really
Yeah, the
that
only
got
country.
exclusive rights.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
how is it over there about Taylor Swift? Are you all Swifties?
Basically when you walk into the malls and everything, you will hear it lah. So it's like Taylor Swift here, Taylor Swift there. Where on the radio DJs are talking about it, and you read the news is talking about it, and so yeah, I'm a bit tired of it really lah. But yeah, it's okay lah. I mean, so what if Singapore has it and everyone else? It's not. It wouldn't be the first thing though, right? Because they've had like a lot of things here that were only here. Like I think they brought in like Phantom of the Opera. Wait, Phantom of the Opera came to KL, right?
Phantom got, but I don't know
Miss
whether it's the
Saigon. Miss
actual
Saigon came here several times and they're coming back again.
Right.
And then
several times. Okay.
Yeah, several times. At least twice before this. And so yeah, I don't know. It's I guess if they will go where people are willing to pay lah, I guess. So
Well, you say you're tired of it. It is apparently moving the economy so much that everybody in the Southeast Asia is like freaking hating Singapore for doing whatever they did with the exclusive deal that your tourism board actually went and secure. How do you feel about that?
hey, hang on, not my tourism board, please. I'm still Malaysian, okay?
Oh, you Malaysian?
All right.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
that your
it's-
tourism
it's
board
funny.
lost out there.
It's funny when someone says, "Ooh, Singapore managed to like secure an exclusive deal." Mm, in I compare it with like property, because here whenever property agents say that they secure an exclusive deal, it means that the seller only will work with you lah.
Mm-hmm.
But all this is governed by the governing body in Singapore, which is the CEA, the Council for Estate Agents. lah. And so, but nobody is governing this kind of like contract, pop star contract. Who's governing it? Nobody's governing it. So if
Well-
say like the Singapore Tourism Board came out and said, hey, you do it with us, there's nothing stopping Taylor Swift's company from say going to another country and doing it.
No, they
So-
basically they sign a exclusive deal for
Agreement.
every single concert. I give you X amount of millions that you make this deal exclusive only concerts in Singapore in the region. So you're saying nobody's gonna police it?
Yeah, nobody's policing it. So let's say if Australia comes out, she did go to Australia, by the way.
Southeast
And
Asia,
so let's
basically.
say if
Southeast Asia,
Japan,
mah.
let's say if Japan
Southeast
comes
Asia.
out and says they want her, she's
Southeast
going to
Asia.
probably make more in Japan than say whatever this subsidy is or whatever thing that they are doing here. So it's probably it's probably a goodwill thing lah. It's probably, oh, you know what? Okay, we won't make a deal with anybody else. But
Yeah, well, basically,
then again, nobody else will come. I don't know. Maybe there's no visibility on like how many people actually try to get Taylor Swift to come. There's no visibility on that. So everybody's kind of assuming that, hey, work in Singapore. Why is Singapore like being like almost like a bully? You know? Well, it's kind of a business. If somebody else does it, they will also do the same thing. Right?
No, I don't think
So
it's a
it's
goodwill
just that-
thing. I think Taylor Swift, the entertainment company, is being paid for each and every single concert extra to make this deal
to make it
exclusively
exclusive.
with Singapore.
Yeah.
Yeah, so but my point is, whatever this extra they're making, if say they choose to forego it and say have it in Japan, they're going to make much more than whatever the subsidy is in Japan. And so the fact that they honor it is obviously not about the money. It's about it's probably a bit more than that lah.
Well, Japan is
So
not
because-
Southeast Asia. You're talking about Indonesia. You're talking about Philippines. You're talking about Malaysia. Not
Well, let's say
getting
it's Japan then. Let's say it's Japan then. It's like she's not going to Japan either, right?
well.
I
I mean,
don't
she
know.
can announce the dates later,
Yeah.
which I
Yeah.
also
so
think.
what does this mean? Does this mean that she can't do that because
I
she's
don't know.
already come to
Nobody
Singapore?
knows. Nobody knows what's the deal. What?
the details
Yeah,
of the deal.
so nobody knows. Nobody knows. So everybody's kind of postulating. Everybody's kind of like putting this
I
thing
guess.
over like Singapore and like, oh, you know, Singapore always like that one lah. I mean,
Why you
so the
defend
thing is
Singapore?
everybody is
one?
talking. No, I'm just saying let's be. Nobody really has any visibility on what these contracts are saying, and so everybody's kind of assuming. And so rather than assuming, speak to someone who actually knows lah. Then we see because
I
because
guess.
yeah, it's just everybody's kind of like talking out of their ass because nobody really knows
No
what
one
are
has the
deals in
full
contract.
picture of what the deal is lah.
Yeah,
But I
nobody has
guess
the
you know,
full picture.
if anything, you know, Singapore's currency is the one that's stronger. So it's a sweeter deal than if any other country was to do it. But versus having to do,
guess.
I mean, there's also a cost that still goes to every single country, and then they fly there and then all that kind of things, right? So
Mm.
like, okay, we just do a country and then we get a little extra. It's like, you know, win-win lah, like what your PM Lee said lah. I mean, I actually heard
My
the one
PM.
clip.
So
The PM Lee, as Singapore said. So
yeah,
meaning-
he came out. He came out and actually
Yeah.
acknowledged that
Addressed
they
it.
actually draft a contract with them to exclusively be in Singapore. I'm paraphrasing. Maybe I'm not sure how real. Maybe. Well, I'm not sure how good my
No,
memory
the
actually.
word exclusive was used. The
Was
word
used?
was used, and then
Okay.
yeah, it was
there
used
you go.
exclusive, but he didn't say exclusive to what scale, what scope lah. You know,
Yeah.
not to the whole world lah, obviously, and not to. I mean, I would assume Southeast Asia lah. You know, but again, the first thing that comes to mind is currency ma. Every dollar you make in Singapore is probably worth more than any other country within the region. So there you go.
So
least for
Philippines
that,
is butthurt. You know, they were one of the first to complain, I guess.
Who? Philippines?
Yeah, the Philippines. And then Indonesia and then Malaysia is hot topic also. All the opposition leaders are then coming out and say,
Yeah.
why didn't you all secure the deal for Malaysia? Apparently you guys had
Bersatu one lady,
they talk about it first, and then Singapore wasn't even in the picture back then in 2022, and then you could have secured this and all those kind of that things that they talk about.
How
I was like-
is any of this substantiated? Is there any proof that is actually the case? So who has
I think
visibility
it's
in all these
just-
things?
I do not
So,
know lah.
yeah,
But
it's
it
just-
doesn't make sense. You know, all the international acts that came in during you got the Coldplay came in, one
Ed
night
Sheeran.
only. Ed Sheeran came in, and both concerts, the opposition, be it it's not Bersatu, or I'm not even sure if Bersatu actually voice out, but the one is really vocal is like band concerts, this Maxian and all this kind of shit that's happening, and you're preventing all these international act come and actually play when they are granted, they are coming and they sold tickets, and you are making all these fuss. Whereas when suddenly Taylor Swift concert is not coming in Malaysia, I say, why you all didn't bring her in? I was like, what the heck? Cannot
There's
win
always
one.
something.
It's always something, right?
Yeah, then there was a whole like farce with 1975, is it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
1975,
that one.
75,
Uh,
79.
1974,
75,
1977, whatever lah. That
Whatever
band
lah.
is, that fella is crap.
But that guy was kind of problematic as well.
It's
actually.
problematic. Like he's wasted, and he
In-
has.
yeah, incidentally, he used to date Taylor Swift, innit?
Did they?
Well, one
Yeah,
of the
that
many,
lead singer.
and one of the songs probably was about him. Maybe not. I guess. Well, doesn't matter. Like, so many songs.
Yeah.
And then this morning, I turned on the radio and one of the radio DJs was squealing like, "Oh, I'm so excited," because supposedly Taylor Swift's current boyfriend is going to travel to Singapore to attend one of her concerts or final. I don't know. I don't know when
How
lah.
many days are there in Singapore?
6 days. 6 days.
Oh,
It gotta be
So it
substantial
was-
lah, because
Wow.
it's exclusive deal over there to Singapore,
Yeah,
right? No,
yeah,
it gotta be
yeah,
substantial.
yeah.
So day
Yeah,
6.
Can't even remember how many days it was supposed to be initially. Was it supposed to be less than that? Then they
Got
then
extend
they-
really.
I think so. Something like that lah.
Makes sense.
Apparently, you
makes
can
sense.
still get tickets. Didn't
No,
your
no, they're all sold out.
They're all
already.
sold
I mean,
out?
officially they're all sold out lah. But if
Right.
you go and
Oh,
I'm sure they're like
Scalpers is
scalpers
not-
lah.
Yeah, Scalpers
Right.
is not anymore
Yeah.
on sale. Like, it's just no.
Yeah.
Carry
didn't your kids ask you to go for Taylor Swift?
Yes, my daughter said try to book or something like that, but I didn't.
So
So I was
Here's the thing:
like,
if you were had if you had a chance to if you had a chance to get a free ticket to bring your daughter to Taylor Swift or Le Seraphim, which one would she probably go for?
free,
The
free,
Seraphim.
go for everything lor. Whatever is free lah.
Either one. Le Seraphim or Taylor Swift.
it's gotta be
I
Taylor
think-
Swift.
think
Come on.
you
I think
think-
it has to be Taylor Swift lah.
Yeah.
Really?
because-
Okay.
Yeah, Taylor
okay.
Swift is like it's like
Yeah, I guess.
iconic.
Yeah.
It's
right?
huge.
The Seraphim, you don't know how to spell the Seraphim also. So yeah.
I learned how to, but my kids don't relate to
Taylor
Taylor
Swift.
Swift so much. I guess my kids, I mean, they know her songs, like, or the one or two, but like, I think for my kids, it's probably just like whatever that's currently hot or in for them. And right now, I think it seems to be like K-pop, whether it's even it's even gone to Le Seraphim, and then between New Jeans and Twice and whatever K-pop bands. So it's like Taylor Swift is not really on the mind right now. So if let's say the question were to be on them, then they probably would just go for because right now I like that one song from that one band, and I'll probably go for that instead. K-pop
And
band
apparently,
over
well,
Taylor
Taylor Swift, right? If you're a Swiftie, it is a religion, okay? And these Swifties are like, they can really go crazy with the whole entire thing. And I did
fandom lah.
is yeah, and I've heard somebody talking about why they're so crazy, and all this is being built over the years of Taylor Swift being in their life, and she is openly being vulnerable and very open to how her life is, and it's all written in the
Through her
songs,
songs?
through her songs, and all, and whenever they were growing up, whatever Taylor Swift was going through, right, eventually
Speaks to them.
speaks to them, because they were also like growing together with them, with her, and also went into like similar scenarios, similar feelings, like, oh yeah, how it was being dumped by a guy and all those kind of thing, and they could relate, and they could relate, and then they see Taylor Swift is like one of them, the kind of thing, and it became something like, yeah, they follow. So that's why they are so crazy gung-ho about Taylor Swift, right?
So we can expect to have songs from Taylor Swift talking about finding the perfect bridegroom, bride dress, and
What
getting
song is that?
married and having
Which
we
song
can
is- which-
expect coming soon. Like the song from Taylor Swift talking about getting married, having children, feeding like overnight feeding or whatever stuff. To
So-
go through other parts of the life of people who will go through. All the way until grandparenthood and getting back pain, muscle pain, osteoporosis. Songs about all those things. I know it's like a full journal of life. Then it won't be the Eras tour. It will be the Lifetime tour or something like that.
So what happened was that the why Swifties are so excited about Kelsey and the relationship and all this kind of thing is because
Kelsey?
of Kelsey,
The
right? The
current
boy,
boyfriend.
the Kelsey,
Travis
Kelsey, right?
Is it Kelsey?
Okay,
Like
Travis
Kelsey
Kelce.
Grammer kind of.
I keep thinking
kind
of
of
Kalanick. Okay, Travis
Right,
Kalanick.
Travis.
something else.
Okay, the footballer lah. Huh?
Travis.
Yep.
So
Who's the other? Okay.
So they say that they could relate to her because through her songs and all these challenges that she had in life, that they are very happy. They are very happy that she found true love. She found that and you can see her glow and everything, that she's in love and all those kind of things. And the fans are excited for her. So that's why they are so hype up about their relationship, and it's a different thing altogether. Lah. So that those are the things that I gathered from a Swiftie trying to explain why they are reacting the way they are reacting. So okay.
Do we know any Swifties personally?
I do know one.
Do we?
Not
do know?
not a
Who's that?
common
Okay.
friend. Yeah, it's not a common friend with
Okay.
you
Okay.
guys.
Okay.
And he is in Singapore, and I'm sure he is.
It's a he.
guy.
It's
It's
a
a,
he.
it's a dude. Yeah. Well, he is.
Right.
He also swing the other way, lah.
Patrick.
So
That's okay.
Nah,
Alright.
that's not important. But
yeah.
okay. So
So yeah.
He swifts and swings around. Swifty and swingy.
Hey, well, I mean, if you
What?
see a lot of the dressing and everything, people that went to the Taylor Swift concert is interesting. Whatever they are
Really?
dressed
Like
up
what?
and whatever, I don't know, man. Their costumes, the way they dress out.
but it's a direct reference to like one of her videos, something, is it? Or
I don't know. It's like
Maybe. Maybe.
it's a
I guess
fashion
the video
show,
also
lah.
must have been, I think.
okay.
It's
So
a fashion
cosplay or the
show.
music video outfits.
Yeah, it's a fashion show, lah. Put it that way.
I mean, okay lah. I mean,
People's having fun,
I have
lah.
nothing against. I have nothing against like Taylor Swift lah. I personally know only like the bigger hit songs because peripherally you can't get away from it. You hear it in like on
Yeah,
on
yeah.
radio and all that. But okay lah. I mean, it's not unpleasant. It's quite it's okay lah. But I don't. It's not like I feel I must listen to some Taylor Swift right now.
But we must talk about
Yeah.
Taylor Swift because it's like in the news now. We are relevant.
Yeah,
in the
but-
news.
but
also
I'm
not
not
to
I'm not
carry the
a
news.
I'm not a big fan lah. I don't have much of her music on my phone and that kind of things.
Well,
so-
technically you do because I mean it's on streaming, but then you don't like listen to it like on the safe playlist or downloaded to local.
Oh, I don't subscribe to any streaming service. So, but
Oh, you don't? Oh, okay.
yeah, I still have
the-
I still buy
free.
songs of iTunes.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
You're a rare dude. No wonder you're not Swifty.
iTunes has to live on something, so
But
there's iTunes for you.
as crazy as it is, lah, huh? I don't know. I mean, I think I have also forwarded some of the videos to you guys about
Yeah, yeah.
these people screaming their lungs out of tune, trying to record them. Right.
never getting back
How-
together. I
You know,
love that.
people surrounding them is like, how do you bloody listen to the stage when you are screaming your heart slung out? And it was like, it's unpleasant, isn't it?
Was there any equivalent during our time? Like
Yeah, well, I
Michael
guess
Jackson?
I guess
Michael
if you go
Jackson?
for a Linkin Park concert, you'll be like, you'll be screaming also, right?
That's true. That's true.
So maybe it's like we are not in it. Coming from outsider is like this is not considered, but if you are in it, and then I guess everything is okay.
Yeah,
Actually,
but
I
I-
did
but-
last time I did attend a Deep Purple concert in
Ooh,
KL,
Deep Purple.
and
I
yeah,
think
I went,
remember them
because
coming. Yeah.
yeah, they came in 1990. I googled it. It was 1999 or 1998, and
After school,
because
okay.
I couldn't remember exactly when, and I went because of a girlfriend wanted to go then, but I had no idea who Deep Purple was. I had no idea.
Mhm.
I had no idea like what their famous songs were. But over there, I mean, it was quite energetic lah. And then when some of their famous songs came out, there, oh, this guitar riff is from this group. I didn't know. So
Wait,
yeah, it
let-
was kind of fun lah. You can
try
kind
to
of get
connect.
caught
So
up in it.
Deep Purple has the
Yes, yes, that's the one.
Okay, yep. That's
I
the
had
famous
no
one.
idea it
Yeah.
was them when I
Yeah,
went
yeah,
for it.
yeah.
And I was
I don't
like,
know a song called, but I
this
know
is
the
them.
riff is
Ah.
from there.
Right.
Yeah.
When you say in 1990 something, I wanted to say 1986. Very on brand. Very on brand.
Why? 86 go concert. when you're
Taylor,
Is it-
no,
is it
Taylor
ref-
Swift. That's a
No,
reference to
1989.
Oh,
1989. 1989.
Why 89? Is it when she was born?
Yeah, her
Why
birth
89?
year. Her birth year.
Okay, her birth year. Okay.
1989.
Late 90s,
Oh.
99, 98. Me and John went to Savage Garden. Shah Alam Stadium. That I remember. It has to be 98, 99.
What's
Very
Smoke
sure.
on the Water? Oh, that
The
the
name,
song,
the
the
name
name
of
of
the
song.
song, the name of the song.
Yeah.
Smoke on the. Oh, thank you, Emilia. I've never heard that sound name before. Smoke on the water.
You've
Okay.
heard the guitar riff. You've definitely heard the
Oh
guitar
yeah,
riff.
yeah.
It
Guitar riff
is
we know,
one of
but
the
I've
most
never heard Smoke on
recognizable
the
riff.
water.
Yeah, but
Smoke
I
on the
never
water
knew where it
doesn't
was
sound like
from,
a
you know,
rock
until
song.
yeah.
Yeah lah, all you guys are boy band fellas. How you know?
Like, me and you more than Eugene, lah, I guess, you know.
The one particular
Maybe.
boy band.
One particular boy band? Is it?
Isn't it?
Who?
That
Who
one,
was?
right?
Take that?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, there's one of the many lah. I mean, I mean, me and John, like, more so than you lah, right? I mean, like which boy band did you, like, like really follow or listen to?
I mean, you kind of also like you can't quite get away. Couldn't quite
Yeah,
get away
there
from
lah,
it last
but then
time.
you don't
It's
really,
like
yeah,
Backstreet
okay.
Boys lah, Boyzone lah, all this lah. And then all the one-hit wonders, the dime a dozen ones, which had one hit, and after that, never heard of them again. One.
But here's the thing: when I listen to these Swifties telling me the reason why they worship, being a Swifties and everything, the reasons are a little bit more deep and relevant than say a boy band. Back then, it's like, yeah, it's much more meaningful, and I get it. And boy band last time is like those crappy songs, crappy lyrics, right?
We were kids, like we wouldn't be able to artistically appreciate, what is better or worse, lah, I guess. I mean, I have to
Yeah,
admit,
it was an era.
What?
It was an
What?
era.
Yeah, unfortunately,
For us as
our
well, we
teenage
had to
years
go
it
through
will
a
be
phase.
defined as the boy band era.
Kenny G, what? Kenny what?
What, Kenny G? What?
Kenny G.
Nobody
Who's
said
Kenny
Kenny
G?
G.
Did I say it?
What did you just say?
No, I said unfortunately our teenage years will be defined as the boy band era.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, because there were tons
Whether
of them.
Britpop or US, yeah, that was just the fad.
Yeah, lor.
And then to just talk a little bit more about Taylor Swift, and in Taylor Swift concerts, there are people who propose lah. They wait for that song,
Did
Love
they?
Story.
Yeah, no one's doing
Is it
that in
Love
the Linkin Park
Story?
concert, right?
Did they do it in Singapore?
Yeah,
Somebody-
many.
No,
It's like every
a
single
lot.
show there is at least few couples who got engaged.
Yeah,
It's kind of weird.
TikTok videos of it,
Yeah,
like, all around.
so they do
Oh.
that, and it's a certain. I can't remember which song really. It has to, and it's at a
Love
certain
Story?
point.
Love
Is it
Story?
Love Story?
Never.
Yeah, gotta be Love Story. It's the point where the
We were
chorus
just
comes
friends,
in,
yeah, just
when
for you.
Romeo, and then they will
Yeah,
go
yeah,
down on
yeah,
one
yeah,
knee
yeah.
and start proposing.
Oh.
Apparently, it's a thing,
You
right?
take me somewhere we
And
can
then I was like,
be.
get married.
That's
Nice.
important.
Baby,
I
just say yes. I guess.
Yeah, I
guess
guess
You
so.
know
Yeah,
the
yeah.
words. You know the
Maybe
words.
just
My
say.
goodness.
I mean, it's let's say I to let the song play, and then I can, like, yeah, the sounds, the words I think are like that, and then I guess, baby, just say yes. So, like, it's convenient, like, like concert
Okay.
artists already say yes already. Then, like,
What's the song called again? It's-
Love Story.
I guess.
I
Love
think
Story.
I may have that on
It's
the
one of
phone.
her earlier songs, Love
Yeah.
Story. Oh, thank you, Emilia. I can't believe you know the words. Come on, lah. It gets played, but I think it's one of the oldest songs, so maybe that's why I probably heard it a little more than what, Anti-Hero? That's one of her latest songs, I think.
Yeah.
Anti-Hero, which I had no idea, but then because YouTube say so, lah.
And then apparently, the Swifties will have like moments where you participate in the concert, like that song. I cannot. I don't know the song. But you're supposed to shout the country you're from, Singapore, and then
Huh?
they repeat again, and then you shout
Oh.
Singapore again. And so
Okay.
the first night and the second night, people were like all complaining, and all the Singaporeans weren't participating, and
Yeah.
they're not happy about that. And-
Oh, okay.
Oh, you know much more about this than me, actually. I didn't even follow
TikTok,
anything.
Blame
ma,
TikTok.
walao, it's like flooded with all
Blame
these
TikTok.
thing leh. And then it's like there is this dancer that comes up every single night, right? And then mutter a
Oh.
Singaporean word. The first
What's the
one,
word?
the one is like no lah. They put the la behind. Right.
Oh.
The second one is xiao or something like that. I don't know. And the
So
third
they
one is
choreograph-
walao
they
eh.
choreograph
Right.
the song, and
I
they
heard about
weave it
that.
in, lah.
So
Yeah,
then
yeah, okay.
but they customize that depending on which country they go to, right? I don't know. I don't know what would the equivalent be in Australia, but
Why do they do it in any country? Yeah, I guess it's a convenient way to, like, colloquialize the performance. I guess
Well,
it's always good. What I mean, yeah.
Taylor.
with that said, even the media says she's out. Enough of Taylor Swift.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Yeah, we know nothing about Taylor Swift. Let's talk about musicals.
The
That has been
musicals.
something a bit on our
Oh, a
little
bit.
chat stream of a bit.
What about musical?
What about musicals? Eugene, you go.
Oh yeah lah. I'm just nothing lah. I'm just going. We're just gonna go watch Hamilton lah in next month, April actually. Hamilton.
You know,
So-
Hamilton, right? It's one of those musical that I wonder if they have subtitle displayed on screen
Yeah, it'd be a bit tough to follow because it's so fast, right?
stage?
And
on stage. Well, at least
Yeah,
like
I don't
on the
know.
side of a screen, or you have a projector that has the lyrics out. You know,
yeah.
because it's rap
So
and
it
it's
is-
fast,
Yeah, it's quite fast. It's quite
and
fast.
my Asian Manglish is just not computing fast enough.
Yeah. I totally get that because my wife also she has problems, like I don't know what the song is about, but because I've listened to it so many times, and so I know it already. I know the story and all of this. But yeah, I get it. It's fast like, and a lot of words, squeeze as many syllables as possible into like those 8 bars, and so yeah, it can be a bit tricky. But yeah, I mean it's interestingly, Alexander Hamilton shares the same birthday as my daughter. So
All right.
yeah, so that was I was because we bought like a small book, a small National Geographic book, and they were talking about Alexander Hamilton, and hey, his birthday is the same as yours. So that was funny. But, yeah, this is a small
Is
thing lah.
is she gonna get a hat? You know, while watching them perform.
Dressed up for the show. Oh my goodness.
No lah, I don't
What
think so.
had the
I
whole
don't think so.
colonial, not colonial.
No, I
but
was
whatever, like,
referring to Taylor Swift's the 22 song
Oh.
where she gave a hat to the 8-year-old kid.
Oh yeah, what is
yeah, lah,
that?
that video lah.
Oh no,
she-
we are going back to Taylor Swift. Oh, we can.
Oh, no.
No,
we can't
I'm
say.
doing a reference, you know. Then maybe
Yeah, have a
your
Hamilton.
daughter
Yeah, there are more hats in Hamilton.
your daughter gets a hat because they got the same birthday as Hamilton.
Yeah lah, but it'll probably be the only chance that I'll get to watch Hamilton lah, because who knows whether you will have the staying power of like Phantom or Miss Saigon or what.
I would think Hamilton will have a
It's been
good
going on
run.
for quite a bit already. What?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when I was in the UK, wow, 6 years ago, it was okay. That was still quite new lah, but it was playing then and all the way until now. And
Was
they're making
Hamilton on
commercial
UK
videos.
6 years ago already?
I saw,
so.
I saw
I
they,
think
they
so.
were there were posters all around, and like it was like
that
the
that was
show
probably at
Yeah.
its peak lah.
peak,
peak
yeah,
lah.
in
So-
2018. And
So
and
they had
I
a
wasn't
production
okay.
team that's already over at Europe in the West End
Yeah.
when they were doing
Well,
it.
yes, and yeah,
Broadway, yeah.
correct. I mean, I remember the posters was very evident. I
Yeah.
think that was like peak marketing as well. But again, I went and watched Phantom instead
Well,
lah,
It was still under production during Obama presidency
Term?
because I remember they were invited into the White House to have a
that's
rehearsal read or something to show
yep.
at least the
to Obama
the main
and the
song lah.
family.
Yeah.
Okay,
Obama talked about it in his book actually.
Mm.
The one the really long book. I forgot the name. Yeah.
But this is
He-
because
he
Lin
mentioned it.
Manuel was both writing and also
Performing.
on stage, right?
Well, he is
Performing,
Hamilton,
and
right? Is he
therefore-
not?
he's
No, he's not the
and
Hamilton.
therefore-
He's the
Yeah, it's Hamilton.
oh yeah,
In-
he's the
He's
Hamilton.
Hamilton. So
He's
he
the
wrote it and he also
Alexander
cast himself as the main character.
Hamilton.
right.
So but yeah, so okay lah. I don't know who's playing the main character here, but it'll be some other cast lah. And yep. So maybe it will have the staying power of like the rest, but some
Yes,
musicals which I regret not watching. I
Like what?
died already. I mean, the big regret was of course like Spider-Man lah, because the
The
Spider-Man
Spider-Man.
musical. So I
Okay.
was in New York at that time, and then hello.
Yeah, someone don't go sleep.
I can understand that.
Go sleep,
I
ah.
can
Oh yeah,
understand
you
that.
can. Hey, go sleep, ah. Second child, go sleep. Hey. He's the one who likes. He's the one
Spider-Man.
who likes the Seraphim lah.
Yeah, Spider-Man. So
I never heard of
that,
it, but
I heard of
It,
it, but I
it
don't know
was
what's.
a bit of a disaster actually. So the budget overruns and there were injuries the cast get injured during the play and stuff like that.
okay.
But
Because of the stunts, aerial stunts or whatnot.
yeah. So they were like mistakes or mishaps on stage, something like that. And so it was only running for a very short while and it never came back. And yeah, I'm like, oh, I should have watched it.
But
yeah.
speaking of like all this play, right? I mean, there is certainly like how the years progress. Like you're talking about Les Mis and all this Phantom of the Opera, which ended, right? Phantom of the Opera no more, right? The the Macintosh.
I
that
mean,
one.
No, I think it's still
The
running.
Queen's Theatre is exclusively for the Phantom.
Huh? Really? Yeah. Who you?
Yeah, Queen Elizabeth Theatre or the Queen's whatever lah. No, it's like that theatre is.
I thought they ended it already.
I
don't
would
think
be
so.
surprised if they did, but
So, but you see, during the era, right, Les Mis and the Phantom, it's all practical props, boxes and whatever, right? And then you move forward, like today, a Frozen musical. My God, the technology, the way it is done is so different. Let it go, and then you see the stage lights up, you know, from the stage all the way up.
holograms and backlights and
Yeah,
stuff.
hologram and everything. It reminds me of like recently I've seen this Dragon Ball Z in China.
I know. I sent it to you.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
China was
crazy.
Japan or something. I
That's
sent
like
it to you. I know.
Yeah.
That was epic.
amazing, huh? So so all this stage production and all is like it's different. Comes to this day and
technology
age.
now lah.
So it's a bit too I get what you mean lah. I get what you mean. I mean they're all good. They're all really hard to do and they're all like require so much practice and a lot of them are quite well written. But somehow it doesn't a lot of them don't endure one. So like some of the ones don't know what happened to them also.
Maybe too old. Then make a pause and then they come back later on. Did you all manage to Google if Phantom's still running?
Yes, it is still running.
Oh.
At the Queen's Theatre lah. The one I went to.
Let me see. Is it the Queen's? His Majesty's Theatre.
His
Is that the
His
one?
Majesty's.
His
Her-
Majesty's Theatre.
Well, yeah, okay.
Oh.
That's what I meant. I don't know why I keep thinking it's the Queen's Theatre.
And
Oh,
then
I see,
another one
okay.
that,
On Broadway, it's stopped.
Okay.
Stop in
this one is
Broadway.
London. I didn't
In
Google
London
Broadway.
is still there. I mean,
Yeah.
the theatre is like fitted out just for the show. It's yeah. So it's almost iconic that
I
way.
guess it's like almost like a popular tourist attraction, right? It's like go watch Phantom
Yeah.
and go watch Cats. Is Cats still running? I also don't know.
I don't relate to cats. Should I just like take a peek at cats at some point? Or
I've seen Cats. I've seen Cats. It came to Istana Budaya. It was horrible.
horrible.
It was horrible.
Oh, wait, Istana Budaya.
Yeah, they came.
I think I know when
watched
it
it
came
also.
because the posters was in my house and then my sister I think went for it. Obviously, but that was like I couldn't
Yep.
care what this cats were. Cool poster that black and white, yellow eyes.
So I remember, right?
Cats wasn't good.
I'm not sure whether I shared with you guys before. I was in London, right? And after a very hectic shoot, and there was only one more day that I could catch Lion King, because otherwise I'll fly back. It's either that show or I don't get to watch. I'll fly back already. So I went and just bought a last minute ticket. I think I spent about 50 quid, which surprisingly was
Yeah,
pretty
It's quite
good.
expensive actually.
Was it?
It's quite expensive.
50
Yeah,
quid?
yeah, I think so.
It was pretty good ticket. I was like,
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's
I was like
yeah.
smack in the center, but you know the shoot was like so tiring and all. I couldn't
fell
stay
asleep.
awake.
Like,
Yeah, it's okay.
I couldn't stay awake.
You had work and then you fell asleep. I had a conference, like Gartner lah, at a conference. Then evening go, then I realized actually the first half of a Phantom is when all the songs, the iconic versions get played. Then
right.
second half is just like reprise and all that, and that's when I fell asleep. So I had the first half, then like, oh, it was so good. Then somewhere after the intermission, next thing I know, the Phantom gonna die already. Or they're gonna yeah. So like no, no, rather they were invading the Phantom's catacombs. So basically I
Right.
watched it like the first half and then the intermission then
Well,
almost half the show.
actually, it seems like we've seen quite a lot of stuff, huh? Like,
We?
I mean, yeah, I mean, John, you've seen like
Oh, I
Lion King
love
at
this
least, but what else
stage
have you seen?
plays. It's just that it's so
Yeah, I
freaking
love it
expensive
also.
nowadays.
Yeah, expensive.
It just doesn't make sense.
Mm.
Like see, even if you watch it over at West End, a 50 quid ticket, as much as you say it's expensive, it's only 250 ringgit, right? Right now,
Cheaper than the average. Yeah.
right now, if you want to have a decent ticket, it's 600-700 ringgit, triple the price,
So expensive.
right? If you
I
go
about
watch
400
Taylor Swift,
for yeah.
it's gotta be like 800 ringgit for a decent ticket, nothing less than that,
Mm.
right?
That's true. That's true.
I think I paid 300-400 ringgit for per ticket for um Sherry and Walk Like a Man
Sherry? Jersey
Jersey
Boys.
Boys. Jersey Boys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
He came to Istana
Istana
Budaya,
Budaya.
right?
Istana
Yes,
Budaya.
Istana
Ah,
Budaya.
yes, 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 yes.
That only
yes,
one
yes.
time that I watched it. So that was good. That was good. So
It was very good. Yeah.
it was good. And so I realized that like in watching musicals, right? It's not like they're all like every single one that comes to Istana Budaya is a good one. Like I totally didn't enjoy Fame. I think I told you before. Like
Yeah, I
me,
thought
watched. I think
Fame
it
was
was
pretty
Fame.
I
good.
Or
watched
was it?
Fame.
I
Was
love
it Fame
Fame.
or was it? Or was wait. Was it Fame or was it?
It's
There were a
Fame.
few
Night-
that were kind
no.
of the same one. There
Saturday
was
night.
Fame. There was
Saturday night
Live.
Fever. No,
Ah,
Saturday night. or
Saturday Night
something.
Fever also I
Live, not
went.
Live Fever.
In Malaysia.
Saturday
one.
night one that I felt was
So,
I don't know whether it was
I
the
remember-
cast or something. That one wasn't good.
I remember the beginning. It's like
Very
a silhouette
80s
of
lah,
the
very
fella standing
80s,
up like that, posing, right?
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
that, huh?
It's
the
a
Fame?
thing.
silhouette.
I watched that.
No, it wasn't Fame. Fame was alright. It was the other one. The Saturday
Yeah,
night.
Saturday
one
Night
is the
was
whole,
meh. Yeah.
like Agogo
So,
era thing. Yeah.
The very iconic one is like a silhouette of that fella standing like that, right? And then it
Yeah,
starts
there
off,
only-
and then it
there
starts to
only
move.
so many like that. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's the one of the
But-
Bee Gees songs, right?
Yeah, Bee Gees,
They use all the Bee Gees songs. Yeah. That's the one that I mean, I thought I would enjoy because like like
Did I
Bee
watch
Gees
that?
music.
I did watch that.
I did.
I did watch that.
It was here as well.
It was,
and,
it was not good. It was not good.
It wasn't good, and then I realized like Fame or like the Z Boys, these are like Tony stuff.
Yeah.
Like Tony always
Mm.
the what Saturday Night Live or whatever, Saturday Night Fever or that wasn't. I mean,
I think
it
Fame
it was a big break.
Fame was the one that got me into all these musical. That I
Really?
started to actually enjoy and appreciate musical.
Really?
Yeah.
Fame was around 2005.
Yeah.
4,
Pray,
5, 6, around there. It was around there.
pray.
I don't even remember.
Yes, I remember that first song, right?
I make,
Don't remember.
I pray, I make PA. I
Oh,
pray,
I remember the
I
line.
make,
Yeah.
I pray, I make. That's the first song.
I remember
That's the
line.
intro,
Do I
straight
have any
away.
of that songs on my phone? Let me see.
I remember the PA thing. Yeah, I remember.
Performing
the
arts.
Saturday night-
Yeah.
The Saturday Night Live or whatever thing. I remember the main the person carrying the show lah. I remember he was rather annoying because he was trying to perform like like very agogo and then very flamboyant, but it really got old really quick.
Yeah.
And I remember, and what I remember about that show was the only one song sang by the secondary
Saturday Night
character.
Fever.
That was the best part of the show, of the whole show. It was and I think it was like a Bee Gees song which was a duet with Celine Dion, which is called Immortality.
Immortality.
Yeah.
Immortality.
So I love the song.
That seems a
and
bit
then-
new. That seems a
No,
bit
no.
new.
So
for-
so the production. Oh, okay, so that Celine Dion album also was like the Titanic album. It was in the album the one with the Titanic. The song is called.
So recent one. I thought that musical was like in the 80s one.
No. It was. I mean, I know for a fact that Immortality was used in the stage show, and somehow I
Okay.
remember there was the one song that was actually sung by the
Mm.
secondary cast, and he wasn't as annoying as the main guy. And then I thought this is the best part of the show, and it's by like this Mexican character, Be Great.
Yeah.
And the song choice also like, hey, Immortality, nice.
We didn't watch it together,
how
did we?
you get?
We didn't. We didn't. We didn't. I was late. I was rushing to Istana Budaya. How come I took LRT or something? I know it was weird. It
Yeah,
was.
lucky.
I don't know. It's like I don't remember. Was I driving or I remember I had to go through hoops like it wasn't great. And on top of trying to rush my way to get there, it wasn't one of the better shows lah. So I guess the experience,
How
wasn't
did
so
how
great.
did you get into musicals, Kenny?
Me? Well, my wife thinks that watching musicals is a way to be cultured, even though that sounds quite like convenient, conveniently wrong. But so that was mainly the reason. And my girls are all now children. You better go sleep ready, please. Tomorrow you got your school trip. Go on. I can see you,
But
Arana.
I don't think
Go.
I'm hardcore into the sense of like understanding the lore to
The
all
lore.
like how people will be talking about, oh, you like all this play, you got to like go Shakespeare and all those, to be or not to be, and all those kind of readings and whatever not, or the Shakespearean apparently, like Shakespeare love stories are pretty iconic and is like being adapted in all movies and all plays, and the basically the story arc lah. It follows the beats
The
of
Tale of Two Cities,
of
right?
Shakespeare's.
Just the one that's famous.
I do
Yeah,
not
yeah, or
know.
Hamlet.
So
Yeah.
like I'm not that like into it until I understand all these kind of thing. But I know there is a lot of things referred back to those back in those days, the Shakespeare's and stuff. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Yeah lor.
never really liked all of these like Shakespeare
Shakespeare?
stuff. Maybe I didn't it was not exposed to it correctly lah. But a lot of the older like literature stuff, I actually don't really like it. So I mean someone who's like who studied it will probably disagree lah. But yeah, I find that
Hamlet.
it's not very well written. At least it's not what we expect lah. Because nowadays good writing involve like so many layers and like stuff like that. But yeah,
They talk about the love tragedies lah. Like, oh, I love you, you love me, but it's forbidden love, and I kill myself, and I don't know whether you killed yourself, and then I kill myself because
Right.
you died.
Is
Those
that,
kind of
is
stuff.
that has
So
to be Romeo and Juliet, right? I guess.
yeah, that's Romeo and Juliet lah. And
Yeah.
apparently those
You
are
see, we
a
know
lot
we
of
know somewhat.
a lot of all those story arc is based on this kind of thing, like forbidden love. The concept of forbidden love, it came from those things. Something like that lah. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
And I remember like got liking all these plays, right, that I didn't even mind exploring the local productions. Like I
What do you
remember
watch?
my first introduction to Douglas Lim
Gunung Ledang.
is about, it's not even Putri Gunung Ledang. It's all these independent ones, a smaller production that was in
Smaller
actor,
ones. Yeah. There was a lot.
the
Actor
KL
Studio.
Actor
Sento
Studio.
KL Sento
Yeah.
thing. The one of the production that I actually got to know of Douglas Lim besides the Kopitiam was actually he was the main cast of some Ipoh musical kind of thing, where he sang, and it's a Ipoh love story
Ah.
one.
Yes,
Many,
I
many
heard
years
about
ago.
that. What was it called already? It was Kinta something, is it?
I
Kinta
can't
something,
remember. I don't even remember
Right.
what was the story. I just know Douglas Lim was inside. He was the lead singer. It was something about Ipoh.
Right.
Was it good?
I don't mind it actually. I thought I came out. I was like, okay, this is actually pretty decent.
Yeah. I think the local productions when
Yeah.
they do like like when they
Some of them are
appease
very
to the
good
local
one.
stuff.
Some of them are very good one. Like the first musical I ever watched was Uda dan Dara. So that was in,
I know of that. I
That
mean, I
was
heard
in
of that.
Bangsa Actor Studio.
The Bangsa Studio, yeah.
Bangsa
yeah.
Actor Studio.
yeah.
Then it was Then after that I watched Chang and Ing, which was the Singapore one.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
So that was in Istana Budaya.
Ah, Chang and Ing
I
is a
think
it's a
I
Singapore
watched
version,
that
It's a Singapore
also.
one, yeah.
Oh,
Chang and Ing.
Okay.
Chang
Okay.
and Ing.
I think I must have watched that
I thought it was pretty good. I mean,
Siamese
at least that was
twins.
my
Yeah.
first exposure to it lah. So I thought, oh, not bad, this stuff. So
You were in productions. Well, one production, right?
yes, I was
There you go.
in Actor
Yeah.
Studio
There
KL.
you go. There you go.
Oh, we
So
got a
that
So
was like all
celebrity,
of us.
an actor.
Yeah.
no lah, no lah.
Stage actor.
It
I
was
also
just
was in production, but it's a
it
school
was
play
just a
lah.
small. Sorry.
I also was in production, but school play lah.
Right, right. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, lah. I mean, the one that I was in was very small, lah. It was by it was. How did I even get pulled into it? I think it was an
Your then girlfriend.
ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, yeah. I think I remember. I
Ex-girlfriend.
think I remember her.
Yes. So that was you came to see, right, Kenny?
I think I did. Yeah,
You
we
came to
all
see,
did.
yes,
All of us
yes.
did. We
Not me.
we had dinner. No, me and the other group of friends lah. We had dinner at PJ Old Town, the Menas Lera. I don't know how we got there,
Oh,
and then we all
okay.
drove down into KL, and then went to this is actor studio at the
Actor
At
Studio
the
KL, Actor
Dataran.
Studio KL.
Yeah,
This
KL
was
before it got
in
flooded. Yeah.
this was in 2001, is it?
No, also one I wasn't back yet. So it's
2000.
2002,
2002. Okay.
2002, 3,
Okay. Yes.
4, about there lah.
Yes.
I would say.
So we had a run for about a week, including matinees, and yeah lah, yeah. I'm glad I did it lah. And
Mm.
my parents panicked a
Appreciation.
bit because they thought that I was what
Going to
kind
become
of career is this guy going to do?
No, but you're already
So-
working like like you're doing other things like this is not like a side thing, right? You
Was
weren't
I
like dumping
working?
out, you weren't quitting and then
Was I
doing.
working?
When I met you already, we're already like getting jobs already. But I don't think you were.
Was it?
Oh,
Okay.
I mean,
I
it has to
can't
be
remember lah.
about the time.
Yeah. Anyway,
So I
I'm glad I did it.
you
I'm glad I did
remember
it, yeah.
there is a play where we were in form 4, form 5 in Civic Hall. What was it called already? That one?
Is it the girls' school one or
Yeah,
in Civic Hall?
it was in Civic Hall. It's a
Was it a proper
famous.
production or some school thing?
It's a Malaysian production of a popular
Hall,
West
okay.
Side play.
West Side
Grease?
Story.
I think so. Is it West Side Story?
West Side Story
West Side Story?
was not at Civic
Really?
Hall. I think I know they came to Malaysia once, but I don't recall them being in Civic
No,
Hall.
it's
Civic Hall is
it's a kids actually
School.
played that,
Sound of Music
that
lor.
production.
Sound of
No, it's not
Music
Sound
lor.
of Music.
Music lor.
No,
No ah.
no, local kids.
Okay.
Like I remember you were complaining about the organizers
I
will
was
say,
complaining.
oh, when we show this play, they were standing
That was
ovation.
so now that you say that, it was Sound of Music and it wasn't in Civic Hall. It was somewhere in KL. It was some other stage, and then it was some kids orchestra international something lah. And then it was what it was like. It wasn't like I mean I'm not like old enough to like appreciate vocal talent and whatnot and production, but then it was okay lah. I watched it. I know the musical, but I particularly remember the part when the don't know the producer or the player or the whatever you call the person who handles the whole thing went out and then had to instigate applause for her own good lah.
Yeah,
Even though it had to be
we get
Oh,
standing
alamak.
ovation when we
Alamak.
perform this.
yeah. When we do this overseas, we get standing ovation, and then here something like that. So I was like, huh? Okay. Oh well. There you go. Okay. All the parents give standing ovation, and then every other adult just follow because they feel weird
Harith
not doing
Iskandar
so.
also acted in some of these plays before, and
I'm sure they did. Yeah.
that's the play. That's the English play that I wanted to refer to lah.
English play. Harish
Is it
Kandar.
West Side Story? Yeah,
Is it
he
Summer
played.
Night's Dream?
He played a English person. No, it's not Summer Night's Dream. It's a
Don't
very
know what
common
Summer
play.
Night's Dream
It's a very common play. If you tell me the name, I'll straight away get it. I can't remember which one was it, but yeah. Anyway,
Harish Iskandar in Cats. Kuching. That would be something. Local version of Cats.
what play did Harith Iskandar was in? This, yeah.
I can't pinpoint. Like I'm sure he would have done something. Of course, it's just like artistic space and whatnot. But no idea. Well, there's all this, and then there's also like you hear me and Eugene talk about it on and offline. The whole Miss Saigon thing, and even my sister and who's the same age as Eugene's wife. Can't see, darling. Can you guys read it?
connection is a bit
Something
slow, isn't it?
subscribe.
It's inverted. Please subscribe to.
Oh,
See from here. You subscribe to
It's a
It's
bit-
Okay Lah
You-
podcast
It's okay lah. Is it
channel.
podcast channel. Okay. Good night, Elaine. Thank you. Thank you for the comment,
Thanks for the plug.
the manual comment. No wonder people all gone lah. Yeah. I wonder when they'll. If I was to bring my kids to a musical, I wonder what would it be. Musical, Sound of Music. And they don't even really relate to it much beyond the whole Do Re Mi thing, which is probably part of their piano lessons. What would they enjoy
Yeah,
actually?
well, I'm bringing my kids to Hamilton.
Hamilton is a bold choice, but again, they are already older, and then like your elder one kind of relates to the
Alexander
show, lah. So I go.
Hamilton.
I didn't even finish watching the Disney Plus thing. It's weird. No, is it me or what?
I don't know. I think it gets tired because you're trying to like follow the lyrics. At least for me, the Chinese
I did
images.
find myself doing that. Yeah, and there was subs in
Find it
Disney Plus, but
difficult.
even that also is like, yeah, it was. Maybe I'll just try again one fine day when I just like feel like doing it and not something else. Not a musical, but I came back home after my work dinner and then found my wife playing listening to that thing you do just a few weeks ago. So
Oh,
suddenly feel like, hey, I want to watch the show.
the
Tom
movie's called
Hanks.
The Thing You Do, right?
Yeah, well, it's not.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks is a director or producer or something. He's not in the movie, right? Is
He's
he?
the manager. He is in the
Thanks.
movie.
Isn't he?
Yeah,
He is,
he's the
right? He is,
manager.
right?
He's the one
manager.
that that managed the
who found the band or found
No,
the
he didn't
people, yeah.
find the band. There is another old man that
Managed
found
the
the
band,
band. He was the label guy. That signed them on to the label.
So Tom Hanks played the same role that he did for Elvis. with Austin Butler. No,
No,
in
he's
Elvis he discovered. Elvis,
yeah. He discovered Elvis, and also he
tough
wasn't
character.
from the label. He works with the he signed him onto the label, but Tom Hanks was like from the label. And then they
Talking about
signed
the
him
thing you
on
do or Elvis.
that thing you do.
Elvis.
Yeah.
I think you do. Okay. I didn't finish watching Elvis because it was quite talky, and then my wife was tired, and then that thing you do. Now I'm trying to remember. I remember the story was about the drummer. The drummer seems to be like the main character in the story, and it was a drummer that actually made it more upbeat. The whole song, because originally the song was like a really slow ballad. The thing
Yeah.
you do, and then it was his drumming that because I just watched the clip of how they first reviewed that, and then it became like a sudden sleeper hit. But I can't remember. I remember the show being rather boring because it's like, the band comes together, then the dancer, then the drummer, and then there's a girl involved, and then like don't know what happened.
I thought it was a
Yeah.
pretty good show though. I
Really?
liked
I thought it
it.
was
Maybe I
good.
should.
I
Yeah,
liked it.
Maybe
I
I
liked
should
it.
I
watch
can't
it. I
remember
haven't watched
much of
yet.
it, but I remember
Little
like, that was very good.
while.
Oh yeah, I listened to
while
the album a whole lot more than I spent watching the movie. That's for sure. But then again, the album only had like back then younger. It was only just the thing you do and the my little one or whatever the track. Those are the two tracks that really they sounded almost alike anyway, and then the more upbeat ones lah. I might
Okay,
just give it a go again later.
you
The thing you
should.
do. Yeah, just to see. Maybe I appreciate the
My
movie even
name's
more.
Eugene. I'm 37. I'm a librarian.
You always sound funny. We move on from the stage to the cinema.
No, let's talk about food. Let's talk about bak kut teh.
What?
What's going on with Bak Kut Teh?
Yeah.
The bak kut teh is
deal?
nominated and listed as a Malaysian treasure, a Malaysian list of what's it called?
It is?
The list of
The heritage.
heritage dish. They name it the heritage
Huh?
dish in Malaysia.
Got such a Lisa.
Yeah.
Malaysian heritage dish.
Bak Kut Teh.
So when that happened, a lot of people are not happy with it because it's
Claim that it's from
non-halal
somewhere.
and it's
Oh,
it's
not
problematic in
Oh,
Malaysia.
ayo.
Everybody's arguing
This
about
again.
it. Bak kut teh.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's it. No, it's,
Well, that's-
Yeah,
it's,
Bak
it's
Kut Teh
crazy.
usually
So
when-
so in back in politics a little bit here, in the opposition would come out and say, you want a heritage food that is that's listed as a Malaysian heritage, it must be enjoyed by everyone in Malaysia. It gotta be halal, and then the Muslims, the fellow Muslims, can take it and everything. And then, then people who supported the argument say, but we have kolomi and all those kind of things also. What you just make it halal version of things, what, right, and stuff like that to talk about. And then say, oh, but bak kut teh is in the is ingrained with ginzei and pork and everything, right? As cinnamon. And then the Ipoh MP will say, but I'm Hokkien. Ba is daging, it's literally daging. You can be daging lembu, you can be daging ayam, you can daging itik, and all this kind of
It doesn't
thing.
have to be
It's
that.
like they are arguing left, right, center. At the end of the day, to me, if you're not gonna claim it, Singapore is gonna say, "Oh, bak kut teh is Singaporeans."
The origins are the Hokkien and the Hokkien
Yeah,
Singaporean.
you gotta taste the bak kut teh here in Singapore. My God, it's so good. Essentially,
This is about the same time they also became hoo-ha about the Kampong China UNESCO, and then Kampong China has got something to do with the communists, and then
Sorry,
started
what's
lah
Kampong
all
China?
there's a Chinese village thing that they want to nominate for like a UNESCO
Who?
heritage site or something.
Who was nominated?
Well, the government the government here in Malaysia. It's like
It does.
Kampong Baru China somewhere in KL. Is probably like
Kampong Baru. Kampong Baru is not.
Kampong Baru China or Kampong
Kampong Baru, I've heard lah. Not Kampong Baru China.
something Kampong Baru. There was a China in there somewhere lah, and then they brought it out, and then
Why?
uh,
Why heritage?
I don't know, but it was like then they say, Malaysia wants to nominate Kampong Baru China. Why don't we nominate Kampong Baru what Melayu or some Malay kampung? Why again nominate China? This kampung has something to do with the communist occupation in Malaysia, and then started lah. Why you correlate Chinese with communists? Communists they kill the Chinese, and then and then basically just finding things to, and then the usual same characters in the parliament will be the ones who make noise lah. So there was this lah, and there was Lim Kee Siang saying that there's a possibility of a non-Malay prime minister lah. I just got caught up recently on all these things. So yeah lah, it's like
Yeah,
they're just finding anything lah.
I've
All
lost-
this right after
I've
the
lost track already.
new king says do not make a mockery of the parliament, because the new king, the Johor Sultan Agong now tries to start a no nonsense stance lah. But I guess back to the
Right.
usual ways lah.
if I just say they
Bak kut teh.
all talk about pork making, she hungry for bak kut teh. I don't know. Okay, well, I maybe I don't understand the UNESCO thingy about Kampong Baru China and what is the advantage. And to me, it felt like, what's the end game? What are you trying to do? What are you going to really introduce tourism to that place, or is there an end game when you suggested this, or you're just like having idea,
what?
nothing better to do, and
Preserve,
then
lor. Preserve,
they
I
say
guess.
something
Must
out
preserve
there
whatnot.
at the wrong timing when there's amongst things I tell you there's so many things to
In the
be
world.
argued about in parliament that all these MPs are not doing. Right? Is either all about religion, about all these Muslim stuff to Chinese taking over, and it's all these kind of thing that is being brought up in parliament when the real problem is all not being talked about. This is very annoying. I don't
It's
know.
like week 2 of the
It is very annoying.
parliamentary sittings. Well, there's one thing that probably when I saw it, I was like, okay, for once, people are being gentlemanly. There's one opposition MP who, in the collection of words, said something about, the person who is corrupt is the one who is I think John Shah, the one who is meeting the Agong every week, basically saying that that the current prime minister is the one who's the most corrupt or something like, and then there was a hoo-ha, and then after that this was last week, and then somewhere this week he formally apologized in the face of a motion to dismiss or something like that, and then he apologized in a very nice way, and then it was funny to see Zahid on the other side on the government side, uh, uh, accepting the apology and then retracting the motion to dismiss the fellow, and then like, oh, this is a good example of how a parliament should operate. And then the moment after that, all go haywire again. All the rubbish happens again. Yeah, a slight flash in the pan moment of sanity before going back to the usual. Yeah, I think what I can get. I can get, like, for whatever it's worth.
So yeah.
Yeah, it's quite difficult for me to keep track, to be honest. It actually makes me feel a bit sick, but yeah.
It's Leviosa, not Leviosa.
Actually, with that said, we should be like maybe
Wrapping
on
up.
that note wrapping out, and because I don't have anything in my head that I want to spill out today. It's been a while.
We're gonna watch Dune.
I'm gonna be weekend, I guess. I want to watch Dune. I already watched Dune 1, and now rewatching Dune.
Rewatch Dune.
Yeah, rewatch Dune 1. Rewatching Dune 1, I was like, okay, it makes me a lot more anticipating to actually catch up Dune 2, Part 2. Simply because I think it was a pretty good movie, though, the setup and everything. So, I want to. Soon.
Go for it. Could be the first $1 billion film this year, but it's still early in the year, lah. But oh well, good chance.
So, enjoy your Hamilton. But I guess we'll be
Right.
speaking before you actually go for Hamilton. That's next month, right? You said?
Next month.
Next
month.
Yeah.
Other than next month, but we'll be meeting next week maybe or soon.
Mhm.
Yeah, right? No? 2 weeks
Yeah.
time.
Next week. Next week
Next
already.
Next week. Do we have
Yeah.
time? Did you
Yeah.
guys have time? Is it?
Yeah,
We'll find-
well,
we'll
we'll
find
find time.
time.
We'll just meet. Do you want to record live though? Like 3 of us? Like, I don't know.
You have to bring our mics, right? You have to bring our mics there something.
Yeah, if you want to do that. Or we can be eating something spicy, right?
Oh. So we take a break and then we do the Asian economical food trade. Eat something spicy because we can enjoy it 2 times. We can feel it 2 times.
Yeah.
Okay.
With that said, guys, thank you for listening to us and watching the live recording. If you are Fire Angel,
Thank you, Fire Angel.
Until the next episode, guys. Thank you so much, and see you guys again.
Have a good one, everyone. See ya. Bye-bye.
Bye.